Hi there, Holly Duckworth here, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique Practitioner Level 3. And I have another Hacking the Psyche tip for you today. And I call this getting yourself out of the fear column and into the love column. And let me explain that. All day, every day, we're in and out of different emotional states. And we now know, scientists have figured out that these emotional states affect our entire body, our entire physiology. Our emotional states can affect our hormones, and then that affects our physiology. And so when we're in certain emotional states for long periods of time, it can really affect our physical health. And so we want to monitor what our emotional states are. And so the psyche hack that I want to talk to you about today is checking in with those emotional states. And you can do this 15, 20, 50, 150 times a day. But I'd like you to tap in, check into your emotional state, and then test yourself. Test yourself with this question. Am I in the love column or the fear column? And let me explain that. What I found is that all emotional states can kind of be lined up in one of two columns. And so under the heading of fear, so the fear column are things like anger, jealousy, frustration, envy, hatred. All of these things can really be classified as ultimately residing in a state of fear. And then you have the opposite. You have the love column. And under the love column are things like laughter, joy, gratitude, compassion, empathy, peace. All of these things can really be ultimately lined up to the emotional state of love. And so what you can do is just a simple, easy little psyche hack, many, many, many times a day, is tap into your emotional state and ask yourself, am I in the fear column? Or am I in the love column? And if you find yourself in the fear column, then just nudge yourself back over into the love column. Let me explain. Let me give you an example. So for example, let's say that I'm at the grocery store and there's a really long line and I'm late for my next appointment. I'm really frustrated of waiting. I'm impatient in terms of waiting here for the checkout line. And so I tap in. And I recognize that I'm being impatient and that I'm being frustrated. That's my emotional state at that exact moment, is frustration. Where is frustration? Frustration's in the fear column. I'm ultimately afraid of being late for my next appointment. We've got fear going on here. So now while I'm standing there in the grocery line, I can just easily nudge myself over into the love column. And so once I recognize I'm in the fear column, I'll go, okay, well, now my job is to push myself into the love column. So now what do? Well, I have all these groceries, this wonderful food. I can certainly imagine a state of gratitude and work my way into a state of gratitude. Look at all of this abundance. Look at all this wonderful food. I have the resources to buy it. I have all of this variety to choose from. How wonderful is it going to be when I get to eat it? And so I can push myself from this state of frustration to this state of gratitude, recognizing I'm in the fear column and then moving myself into the love column. And then the more time we spend in the love column, then again, our hormones are going to change, our physiology is going to change, and we might just find ourselves in better health. Just a quick, easy tip for hacking the psyche today. Thank you for listening.